Good morning, everyone. I'm rosboundy psychic medium bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And this morning, I do want to see how concise and to the point I can stay. We've got Michaela here already. Oh, why is that not working? Oh, gosh. Goshy, gosh. Yeah, that'll be right. I've got something not quite working right here. Let's have a look. Excuse me. There we go. Now I can find it. Good morning, Michaela. Lovely to see you. Did you see the opening screen? Beautiful morning outside. It has started with quite a dewy start. So there was obviously moisture in the air last night. It is blue skies, clouds in the distance. And good morning, Kat. I hope you're feeling better as well. So it's lovely to see you here. I'm going to go over to the cards straight away. So do tap into your psychic senses. Bring in your spirit realm and the helpers that you need to actually understand with as much clarity as you possibly can or what you need. Spirit will show you. You just need to be connecting with them, don't you? So exactly that. Whoops, and it is beautiful out there. And yes, you love the blue skies, which is great. You're a little better, but still in bed. Look, it will improve. It'll keep doing that. Open the curtains, look outside, see what the beautiful day is bringing you, even if you're still needing to rest in bed. And good morning, Caro. Lovely to see you here too. So let's go over to the cards. Here we go. Whoops, one thing I forgot to take off was the little thing at the bottom. So here we go. We've got the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. That is the one I'm going to use until someone really yells out and advises or suggests something as a new Lenormand deck, because that's the type of cards I like to use for this. That's why I call it Daily Lenormand card spread reading. So the expanded edition, I know there's plenty of different types out there. We have used a few, the fairy tale, the mystic, the bluebird. There is a few that I've got, but I'm always happy to have a look at some others. If they look good, I'll purchase a deck and we can use those. It's up to you if you know where to look and find them, or you've seen some in the roundabout of life. Be great to try something new. Now, I'll go through this in a minute. Here's our owl deck, our card, the card from the owl deck. So it is focus on the good. Once it gets in focus, what a perfect card. Once it gets in focus, just put the focus there and it eventually comes true, doesn't it? And that's including for life as well. Isn't it beautiful? It almost looks like it's got false eyelashes. I love it. Focus on the good. They are a beautiful bird. Well, I think all of God's creatures are, including the redback spider I killed yesterday. Here we go with the it's not magnifying glass. That was yesterday. This is the compass in the home space. It's the letter in the workspace. We've got the park or garden here in the unexpected, the younger man in our role, and it is the tower that is the outcome or the central energy, that we pivot around, sort of. They're all connected anyway in some form or another, but what we have is that tower central with the others around it. Compass. And I do like to go and pan in. What's it called? Zoom in, not pan in. Using different terminology, eh? Here we go. My dad would be disgusted at how easily I drop my H's. I was always told off as a kid. Say the H. It's a H. So here we go. Yes. And the compass. The compass, gaining our direction, honing in on what we know is our, what is it that we are trying to give purpose to our day in the home space. So I suppose it is really focusing on what the central point is of what our aim is for today. Would you call it a goal, or it's just a general knowing a purpose type of thing, overall? It does remind me of the days and I am aging myself here, in the days of the good old printed Gregory's directory or UBD Street directory and that type of thing that we used to have sitting in the back pocket of the car. so you could reach it. You just reach from the driver's seat and pull it from the pocket on the passenger side at the back. Quickly placed down there. There wasn't as many speed. Well, there wasn't speed cameras and cameras taking photos all the time. And you'd be glancing out and trying to find your way as you're navigating through paper maps as it's sitting next to you, or you had a passenger that was doing that navigation for you. And you needed to, there's different ways that everybody used even those maps, because I know my mum used to, when it was up to her to do the navigation, which she wasn't all that good at, but she would place the map in the direction of the way the car was going, so that she knew where she was going. Me, I can place it where north is north, and I get my perspective and direction sense from that, and I can follow a map that way. Another person might use a combination of both, or just look through them first and then have it memorized in their head where they're going. The compass really does use different way. It still is a set way that a compass itself works, because it is that points north south to the magnetic pole of the earth. So it's really recentering ourselves, our GPS, as we move along and use that with our phones, or whether we have a full nav system in a car. You can click one button that actually recenters you, and there you are with your car right in the middle. It's all different ways, but the essential thing that we're looking for is the direction we're going. And that's how I took a long time to say one thing: follow what your compass is telling you, and especially when it's around your friends and family. Family first, friends second, or whichever way you prefer to live your life. Sometimes our families are not that good and don't help us along, and all sorts of different dynamics in a family, in a home, and that we live as part of that experience as our home base. So recalibrate what you're doing with that compass today. And Caro, you're saying you found yours the other day and had a giggle. The street directory, yeah, I found mine too. Exactly that. How often do we actually get them out? Probably good for vision boards these days. And Kat, you were that crap partner that would need to stop and read the map. So funny. When you think back on some things that we experience over our lives, it really is interesting to remember a lot of those times and how it used to be. But it still brought us to the experiences. The experiences of those have brought us to the experience of being in the now and appreciating that, how it used to be. A lot of things are more convenient, yes, but are they progress? Good morning, Christine. It's lovely to see you here. So from here, we're looking at the letter in our workspace. So it's a bit of writing to do. So probably the emails and the texts and things like that are going to be prominent in your day, to clear them out, to create those that are needing to be written and sent off for the very purpose. I feel a little more personalised with this, rather than being completely official or officious, even though it's next to the Tower card. It is more for that purpose. I reckon it is more business-like, of course. So you're going to get a lot of writing done, communication done in context of business and getting stuff sorted. So I'm almost feeling for someone here that there is a legal aspect to that one. So it could be someone that's going to be watching, specifically relevant for that one. And it feels like it's a good communication too, by the way. I have no idea who that's directed for, so whoever it is will know that. Okay, now, so yeah, it is definitely having the communication happening in written form. It's how I like most things, because then I don't have to remember if I've, done it or not, forgotten. What did that person say when it's a phone call? I do much prefer text and written stuff well, most of the time, actually. It is lovely to hear voice, because that is the other it's a more vibrational way of communicating, isn't it? Because we get the vibes. We do get that frequency happening in a more real sense. I mean, how do you feel as you hear my voice? Does it grate on you, or is it something that's pleasant to listen to? What do you feel as far as other particular people in your life are mentioning as far as voice as well? Although that's just coming through, so I don't know why I'm saying all this, because it is written communication here. But in the past, that's why, probably, because it does bring to mind those public places. That's what a park is. It's what the garden is. It's out and in the open, and being able to experience all that is in the open, but it's also that interaction with other people. You remember the days where there probably was more so, the soapbox that people would stand on and start spruiking their stuff. It probably is still the type of thing that happens when you have protests and rallies and things like that, is what comes out. And that's probably where this speaking voice, vibration, frequency, vibes, and all the rest is coming in for, is this. So be open to voicing what you need to when you're out and about and in those public spaces. If you see people doing things that agree with you or not, it's just what you're needing to step into as being that beautiful sense of inner self, experiencing that is the outer world, and connecting with others, okay, whether it's in your home space or in the workspace, as we know. So, and I have no idea, isn't it interesting how Spirit just uses the channel, because I have no idea what I just spoke. And that's right, I'm going to have to watch the replay. Part of that is going to bring it into that masculine energy of just trusting self and what we've experienced before, bringing that in, being who we are right now, and spending a bit of time reflecting on what we've been through. But that's actually just to be more present now and being able to put that into our day-to-day in whatever way that's going to mean for you. I do sense that there's that stability and sense of doingness. Is that a word? Doingness? Doing what we need to, from the stance of a assertion. We're asserting ourselves, not going to be put under the thumb or trodden on or that type of thing. I'm feeling that sense of standing up for self in what we're going to have happening today. So trust yourself when you're feeling that energy flowing through of that masculine, because we are standing here in the power of our tower. We are creating what we need for that next step. And it does start from that foundation that is good and solid. It is you. But what we're coming up against a lot of the time in that expression of self too, that we have in every country, any space that there is community of people, you're going to have some form of government and organisation and things that are needed specifically to be in that more sociable aspect rather than antisocial or, just a rabble-rousing of everybody doing absolutely anything they feel like without being regulated, is what I'm sensing here. There does need to be that sense of building structure and bringing it into here. We've got at the end of our day something that's going to give us even more form to that structure, and being able to feel that sense of security and stability and solidity of having someone somewhere has got our back. It's not always for our benefits, but at least we know that there is organisation of some form by the end of our day, whether it's only just what we're able to manage in our home space, or it could be further things that we're doing in our workspace. And this can be involving things if you run your own business or own a business and still need to manage it, oversee it, or whatever forms it takes for your income, that type of thing. So feel that sense of stability and longevity, because it does take a bit of time. And for today, you're going to be one step closer for that. And feeling that sense of, building your empire, I suppose. What is your world? What is your world? Okay, make sure it's beautifully loving from the heart. We've had a lot of unconditional love type energies lately, and switch back here. So trust in what your connection with your spirit, that whoever you're using as your guides and guidance, trust that connection with what is your inner self and your soul, and bring it forward into how you're taking those steps in your day, so that you can know that it's from that you need to be stepping into, and not just because, somebody said you have to do it, or, you're seeing a new trend on social media. Oh, I'd like that, and just be tempted because you're living up to someone else's idea of what you need or what you have to do and all the rest, or who you need to be even. Be you. We are all unique for a reason. So step into that in your power of sense of self. So there we go. That's the messages that I've had come through today. So love it from the sun. Oh, thank you so much, Sunny. Take up space and love what you do in the day. People are hurting out there. Yes, and you need to guard yourself. It is a tricky balancing act. So true. Thanks for that sharing as well too. So good morning from Christina. Lovely to have you here as well. And a thank you from Kat. And a wonderful namaste from Christine. Thank you so much. And it is lovely to continue doing these. I almost felt, I could sleep in this morning, but I decided, no, I really needed to be up and about, and I love doing these, and I really do want to be on time at 8. So here we are, and it's only 16 minutes. I do need to cut it back to the 10. I used to do them in 10 minutes. So thank you. Be you, and I'll see you tomorrow around the same time. Namaste. Oh, I could so easily go to sleep. Oh, I don't really need to go to that.